posts. This is probably one of the most important features for our brick and mortar clients. The reason for that is any updates you have, for example, if you just participated in a big event or if you just participated in a fundraiser or something along those lines, you're going to want to update people about that. This is one of those things that's kind of important to keep people up to date with. They can see how active you are. For example, if you're a local restaurant and you just had some sort of a big party there or just had a charity, something along those lines, that's something you want to keep people updated with. You're not just in the community, but part of the community. That's where you're going to do updates. From there, we're also going to have the ability to update the schedules in here, and you can see that that's sticky. We'll go over what all that means in a few minutes, but you can see we have updates and we have schedules. Depending on the type of client you are, this might read menu, this might mean read some other name. We'll go over all of that in an email one-on-one with you as we build out your website. So let's just say, for example, we wanted to add a new update. Let's just say that there was a new class coming up. We would click Add New. You would say New Class. We could say Kicking for Toddlers. And then join us for ... And then we could fill in a whole bunch of random information here. As you can see, I'm fluent in gibberish. We could fill that in. Maybe we could put in a picture and so on. We'll go over this editor. Go to our post. We'd say that this is an update. You can see here, post and update. And if I hit publish, this will show up on the front end of our site. Where? Right over here. And it would show up right over here. Actually, we'd push everything over so that we'd see that new post. I'm not going to do that because this is a live site. You always have the ability to change who the author is if there's multiple authors on your level. We can also do some SEO. For example, we could say toddler classes. And then we could say then I could say something to the effect of join us for classes geared So just something very basic, but this is what would show up in a Google result. Some keyword phrases here, some basic words here. So we might have martial arts, toddler, classes, things like that that'll want to come up. And here we can see there's some suggestions. I'm not going to do much here because again, this is an example, but we could add an image. We can add some internal links to other stuff on the website, so maybe another blog post. We want to make sure that there's actually a fair amount of text in here. Right now, seeing there's only 17 words because, again, gibberish. You really want to shoot, this says 300, anywhere between 200 and 300 is pretty ideal. Keep in mind you want people to read this, and just typing for the sake of typing isn't exactly a good idea either. And we want to make sure that even our phrase toddler classes is actually in here. I didn't do that. It'll tell you what you did right down here as well. This is one of the ways we do SEO. It'll kind of give you some suggestions here. If you don't have all green, that's okay. You're just trying to get as much here as is reasonable. Okay. Something you don't want to forget to do is a featured image. To get that featured image, you just click there and click on this. The reason for it is that's what shows up here. And it's what will show up if there is a search done. So when we do a search, that if that item comes up, that's what will show up in the Google results. Okay, so we could click on, for example, let's just say that. Okay, so there's that. So and then we can see Google search, there's that. All right, so that's a quick example. We'll go into all the different items later, but just here's an example of how to make a quick blog post. There's how we say it's an update. Now if I were to click publish, it would show up on the front end. I'm going to hit leave and I'll show you. Now I have a draft. It's currently not published, but there it is. Again, I'm not going to publish it, so I'm just going to trash it. Okay. We have schedules. I'm just going to do an edit here so you can kind of see how this works. Anytime you want to update a schedule, you just create a new blog post, or you can edit the old one, but I would recommend creating a new. You can drop the schedule right in there if you have it in an image format or in a PDF. And then you can actually set a featured image. If you have it as a PDF, you can put a different picture. It doesn't really matter. And then just have a PDF so it's downloadable. Make sure you hit the right category here, and you're good to go. Again, you can do some stuff with SEO down here, but that's not quite as important. People typically don't Google for schedules. They Google for specific classes, specific things, specific menu items, whatever that might be.